Hi there.
Hello, I'm the one called.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Officer Pegram, just so you guys all know, being audio and visually recorded.
Perfect.
So, yep.
Love that.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So what's going on?
So me and my friends here were walking into the store, and there were two girls walking out, and they had bags, and it looked like they had just dropped here. And the security guard, actually, can we bring him out since the officer's here?
Yeah, and I'll talk with him in a second.
No.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, with them. It looked like they were
Yeah,
together.
it was like
And
really
then,
confusing, and then all of a sudden he's like, he looks like he's mugging her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she drops her bag. I have video of him picking up the bag. I don't have video of the assault.
Okay.
And because I was yelling at him to get off of this woman, and I didn't know what was happening. I was like, is he like trying to molest her? I have no idea what's happening.
Okay.
They go outside the door. She's trying to get away from him. He's taking off her top, and finally he lets go of her and starts yelling at us like she's stealing, she's stealing, she's stealing. She leaves, and he has her bag and whatever she stole in the bag.
Okay.
So
It looked like they were fighting.
It looked like they were fighting.
Before she could even step out the door, he grabs her and they're against the glass, and he's like,
So where was this at? Was it
down in between
down
the
there?
doors.
Okay. Okay. And so I'm gonna get his side of the story. This is obviously it's something that you should call in for sure. If at this point they are stealing once they exit down this out, because this is the last point. The point of sales are all up here. Once they go down, and if he had been following her and watched her steal and stuff, not condoning anything like the grabbing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I would love to see the video that you have when you were talking to him as well. I'm going to talk with him and see what his side is, what happened, and everything like that. Because the security does have the right to stop people. I would like to see what his side of the story is and stuff like that. Because if she's walking down and she has stolen items, they do have the right to stop them because they have a certain system, they have a certain way on their side of things that they do where they stop and detain people. I want to see his side of the story and everything like that, and then I'll come back out here and talk with you again. So if you guys just want to hang tight, I'll go talk with him, and then we'll come back and I'll talk with you about it. Thank you again for calling, though, because that kind of stuff is scary for sure to see. So thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
oh, it's all good.
I know, it's always fun. It's Alex, right? It's Alex, okay.
Okay.
Hey, Alex.
I'll take it from here.
Yeah, awesome.
There's two outside.
They're still outside. I'm going to talk to them a little more in a second.
Yeah. You want to see it?
So just so you know, you are being audio visually recorded.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
They were screaming their ear off. So they're not involved in the theft.
No, I know. I know. I think they are just concerned because with how things are today, they get very concerned.
I'm assuming you already know what they said.
Yeah, no, and I completely understand their side of things when they see you are in how you are incognito, but that to them makes them see.
It doesn't. They don't care when I said, "Hey, I'm asset protection. Show the badge." Like we don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no, I get it. They're just going to be concerned no matter what. So.
I'll just give you a rundown before we start the footage. Obviously, I'm running a narrative. I got to do all this thing. I'll probably send to you because I'll file today if you're here. This is an accomplice. I have a better picture of her, and these are two subjects. All of them came in. I observed them on camera where they quickly selected a couple of shoes. These two have very empty bags. This one green, this one white.
Okay.
Over the course of about 20, 25-ish, 30 minutes, saw them go to shoes. We made rapid selections of multiple shoe items where they started concealing them. I didn't see the accomplice conceal anything, but I did see these two conceal before they walked to the men's department. They clearly made eye contact with me. They started going to the front where I basically made myself visible, just trying to deter them. Unfortunately, that did not work, and they went down there and I said, just drop the bags, we don't have to do this. The moment this one left the store, I said, North Shore Master Protection, and she tried to run. I tried to grab the items, but I had to let her go because she slipped my grip. This one tried to leave, and I grabbed her, tried to get the bag back, but then she wanted to keep the items, so she threw them, so I tried to detain her since the others left. Due to me being unable to maintain control, I physically aborted when the three females we were talking to start calling me racist and started saying, you can't do that. I pronounced myself as asset protection and that I'm following Russian policy. When they said, would you do this to a white female? I said yes. They said, no, you weren't, you racist or something like that. After that, just said, you contact Nordstrom, I can give you a store manager, and I don't know what's been saying up there, but They're obviously very agitated.
Of course.
So here's the footage. This is the accomplice leaving. As far as I know, I don't know if she has anything in that bag, unfortunately.
Okay, so that was this one right here that you can't
Yeah.
really see. Okay.
Yeah, I'll back it up later. But see, this one points at her, so I don't know if they know her or anything. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do. I think they're probably just commenting on clothing or something, but I can't say. No audio. So this is me. She takes a step outside. I said, hey, give me that. She tries to run. I'm trying to detain her, essentially bypass all points of sale. These three get near me, and when I see that, and they're screaming and stuff, and I can't get control of her, and that one's just trying to touch me, I let go. It's following policy.
Okay.
So I identified my badge. My badge got flung over there during the struggle, which I showed them, and I said, I'm no master protection, and what occurred was what I said.
Okay.
So,
do you know what they got away with, or are you still working on that part?
unfortunately, with the rack and lack of cameras in the area, is going to be a little bit harder, but that green bag, this did not leave the store. That green bag they were trying to leave with. The white bag, I can only estimate possibly like $200, $250 loss with.
Okay, well, you already have, I was going to say, you might have my card, but I don't know if you do. If you want to email, or I can send you the link for...
I'm going to be working on here all night tonight to get this to you and file with Nordstrom and stuff, because obviously...
With what's going on out
what
there.
people call PD and footage, we have to take this stuff seriously. So.
Exactly, yeah. I'll get a case number in a second. It's all started with radio and stuff like that.
Are they asking you to do anything?
I know, so your policy is you're allowed to detain, right? That's and I'm pretty sure that kind of coincides with what we have with state law and everything like that. And so you try to detain, from what I saw in the video, you tried to detain, and when you saw that this was going to turn into more of a fight than it was supposed to be, you let go. And so I don't see any reason why. I understand that what you were doing is what you're doing, and it's your job. I will go out and talk with them, have a conversation with them, and just let them know, like, hey, this is within their policy. He was trying to detain someone that was in process of stealing items. He let go as soon as he realized that this was going to be more of a fight than what was going to happen.
Copy that.
Yep, I will let them know.
If you need anything else, just let me know.
I'll probably come back up in a second. Let me get the case number and everything for you. I'll leave you my card and everything, and then we can just get this figured out.
Writing up a narrative.
Awesome, thank you. Hi there. Thank you guys for waiting. So just had a conversation with him and stuff like that. So I watched the video too. He showed me the whole security of everything of him outside. I watched that whole thing. I saw you guys as well and everything like that. So I saw all of that. And so from what his policy is, from how we work and coincide with security when and stuff like that, he is an asset protection. I've worked with him multiple times. What he was doing, she was in a process of theft. I have watched her put items into her bag. He was trying to detain her because they are allowed to detain. However, when it becomes a struggle, when it becomes too much of a struggle, that's when they let go. And that's what he did. He was trying to detain. I watched the video. He was trying to detain, and I saw that, and that's when he was grabbing the shirt. That's when he just let go because he realized that it was...
No. I'm sorry. I don't want to do
No, that's fine. That's fine.
When he was still holding on to her outside of the door.
And that's so loud.
Outside of the door?
Yes, that is still loud.
And he didn't stop until I had my arm around trying to get him off. And then he stopped.
And that's why he did stop. He mentioned that you had your arm around him. Because when he realized that he didn't know what your guys' intention was, that's when he let go too. They are allowed to detain someone to try to stop them so the police can show up to finish the investigation.
But even the struggle inside in the door, that should have been when he stopped. So I'm kind of confused.
That's within their policy. I don't know what their policy is, but with that, they are allowed to do that, and they will have an internal investigation on their end on how they're going to handle with that stuff. And so, but I am going to get my case number. I have to go outside to get it because we have no radio reception in here. I'm going to leave you a card with my card just so that you guys can follow up if you do have any other questions on it. But
I also gave them the card to my store manager.
You gave that? Perfect. That's what I would like to, because, but based on what we know with how their policy is and within our policy, he was in his right to try to detain her because she had stolen it. She was in the process of stealing items. So that is where we're at with that. He did, and so it is right for you guys to call because I understand when you see someone in plain clothes looking like that, completely understand. You should call when you see something like that. But that is within their policy. So that's kind of where we're at with that right now, okay? And so let me go and get the case number. I'll leave a card with you guys, and then I'll also leave a card over there with him as well. And we're processing through the theft charges because she did get away with stuff. So we are working through that as well. And so, but that is where we're at right now with that. So.
Okay.
All right. But thank you guys. I understand for stepping in. That is, if you see something like that, I know that we try not to condone people stepping in and like grabbing people, but I understand where you guys came from. That's why I'm like, that's good. Because if you see something like that, of course you're going to want to step in. But that is when it is asset protection that he was trying just to do his job. And so I understand that you guys are upset about it, though, and I know that my answer isn't the best answer that you're.
Can you change the policies? Right.
I know. And
you dropped the bag.
personally, I can't change the policies. I can't change the laws in this state. I can't change the law. I can't change how their policies are. I can only go by what we are told with our policies, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. And so I'm sorry that that's the way it is. I understand though that because I watched a video, I know it looks. It gave me a little bit of a cringeworthy too.
Toxic sentences, man.
And then we're still going to have further conversations on it because I'm not done with it because we're working the theft part, and we'll have conversations about it because there is a line that you have to follow, and it's not a hard line that we have, you know, when it comes to this kind of stuff. But there's a line, and we don't want people to
I mean,
be
like,
just...
to wrestle somebody like that for some $100 shoes, it's just like, it's insane.
It is.
Like,
And it is, and it's upsetting because it is property, but at the same time, too, you got to remember for a store and stuff, when they lose, and it's not just hundreds, usually it's thousands of dollars when they come to steal. Because you got to remember, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but you add up all the makeup and stuff you shopped in here, you add all those products up, that's thousands and thousands of dollars in theft and stuff like that.
I agree.
And so that's why they've stepped up their type of security and things like that, trying to stop these types of things. Because if you go over, just for an example, we have Ulta, you know, and they don't have security.
She works in 7-Eleven.
oh,
Yeah. So with Ulta, we've get video all the time of people walking out with $5,000 plus of items in their bags because security, they don't have security over there. No one can stop them. They just walk out and leave. So that's what they're trying to prevent here as well, is just trying not to lose that much money over and over again because they know that we can't get there fast enough. We can't just be standing outside all the time.
And we as employees, I always told your friend, we cannot do anything. We don't do anything in that case. So
it's
that's
their
the reason
security.
they have their part of the job and we have ours. So
But yeah, I'm gonna go get the case number so you guys can have it. You have contact information, everything like that, and you can also public disclosure if you need to look at the security footage. If you want to look at the case report that follows and stuff like that, you can. That's a public disclosure thing on Kirkland. You can go through that as well, and so you'll be able to get that as well.
Where can we access that?
Kirkland PD. Like I can't remember the exact name of the website. If you look it up and then you look up public disclosure. You can, there's
and
a
then
whole,
the case number will be
attached. So there will be like a whole like step-by-step thing how you contact, and then there's our records we have a records department that goes through it and
so
stuff
will
like
the struggle be on the video, or will just the
we'll have the security footage and it'll be in the case. I don't know if that gets publicly disclosed. I don't know if that does or not, but that security footage is going to be, and it was on my body camera from what I saw it on there, so that'll be on there as well. Okay. So I saw what he showed me and everything like that, and so he's going to send all of that in. He does that every time with with all the stuff. So let me go get that though for you, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.